Hi there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in West Los Angeles, and today I'm going to show you how to julienne a potato. After we wind up peeling the potato, our first step is to have a proper knife grip. Middle ring and pinky finger around the handle, thumb and forefinger around the blade. And what I'm trying to achieve with the julienne is a matchstick shaped piece, which is also going to be visually described as a rectangular piece. It's going to be about 2 to 2.5 inches long. A small julienne is going to be 1/4 inch tall and wide, a medium julienne 1/2 inch, and a large 3/4 inch. Really what your goal is when you're cutting your juliennes is trying to keep your pieces all the same size so they'll wind up cooking evenly. Since I have an oblong shape here with this potato, the first thing I need to do is I need to square off the sides and square off the ends. I'm trying to get a nice rectangular block out of this potato piece. Middle ring and pinky finger around the handle, thumb and forefinger around the back of the blade. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stabilize the potato by taking one of these rounded edges and cutting a flat piece off of it so it'll stabilize and be a lot easier to finish cutting up the rest of the pieces. My opposite hand is going to hold on to the potato with my fingertips curled underneath. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to start to cut off this rounded piece right here and make a nice flat piece. I'm going to look down the back of the blade and make sure that I don't see a lot of this surface and a lot of that surface, so I have a nice cut that's perpendicular to my cutting board. My handle is going to come up and back, and I'm going to push the knife forward and down. Nice flat piece like that. Potato is going to get set on that, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut off this rounded side, handle up and back, knife forward and down. Going to move the potato around 180 degrees. I'm going to cut off this rounded side and also make sure it's parallel to this cut. Handle up and back, knife forward and down. And then I'm going to cut off the ends. What I'm looking for, I'm going to actually keep this piece, this section uncut, and I'll explain why in a second. This is the first section that I wound up cutting off. And what I'm looking for when I cut this away and turn this over is I'm actually looking for some nice points all around. I'm going to make a nice rectangular piece out of it. So I'm going to trim a little bit more here. And once we have some nice points all around, this is our rectangular block that we're going to use to in turn cut our juliennes out of. If I'm going to make a fine or a small julienne, I'm going to bring my knife in about 1/4 inch to the left. Notice my first knuckle on my middle finger is going to rest along the side of the blade. If you're not comfortable doing that right now, you will start to get that with a little bit of practice. Handle is going to come up and back, knife forward and down, and make a nice 1/4 inch thick cut. If I wanted to make a medium julienne, then I'm going to make a 1/2 inch wide cut. Handle up and back, knife forward and down. And if I want a large julienne, it's going to be about 3/4 inch cut. Handle up and back, knife forward and down. After I've got these cuts, to finish off the julienne, I'm going to take that piece and lay it on its side, and come on in about 1/4 inch again, and then go ahead and cut. And if you have several slices, you can stack them up. And this is a small julienne. A medium julienne, same thing. Just a wider initial cut, and then a wider secondary cut. And in case you're asking, the reason why when I wind up to come in for my last julienne, when I lay the potato down, the reason why I didn't cut this side here is so I have a little something to grab a hold of, basically making a little handle for myself. And this is our large julienne. And it seemed a little bit easy for me, but you'll find with a little bit of practice, you'll be able to master this very, very quickly. And this is how you wind up making a small, a medium, or a large julienne. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can get some additional information. If there's a recipe that you would like to see me make, feel free to send an email to requests@mahalo.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.